I saw the craziest Instagram story yesterday.
Okay.
It's by far my top. If I've never ranked an Instagram story swipe, this is by far the top one. There was a comic who used to post his dick on Close Friends, and it was weird as fuck. I was like, why am I in your Close Friends, nigga? But this is weirder.
Because he wanted you to see his dick.
No, I think everybody was in Close Friends. I was like, ugh.
That's crazy. I can't believe that's just not the story.
No.
It's just it's the detail in the prelude of your story.
I wasn't even planning on mentioning it. But
I was like, all right, what boring ass Instagram story is this going to be?
This shit was
this
not
is
boring.
Already crazy.
I opened up my Instagram Saturday morning. I'm like, I'm not going to say who it was. I'm scrolling through. First story, normal as hell. Second story, they're in an active shooter situation. In a mall. Literally, it's just people running for their lives. I was like, you had the audacity to pull your phone out?
Dude, you know what's so funny? I remember that also. We have a lot of mutuals. And I just remember like scrolling past it. I didn't even, this is so America. Like, one of my friends did a mass shooting. All right, cool.
So you know who I'm talking?
I don't remember. I remember the story. And I remember it was a lady friend of ours.
Yeah.
And I remember just going to the next door.
I was like, what the fuck?
So apologies to whoever that was.
I'm
glad you're
checked
okay.
the rest of the story. She's fine. She said no one was hurt.
I was like, look, the story went through, so that's a sign she's all right.
I mean, the audacity to record. I think what she posted were people in full-on sprints.
Yeah, I
like
remember.
Multiple, like 8 people were like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Black Friday shopping. No, it was fucking an active shooter scenario.
Yeah.
And I have had no one to talk. I was stunned.
And I was like, all right, what's next? Oh, so-and-so subleasing their room. Oh, okay. Good luck to them.
I was fucked up. It actually fucked me up. I was like, because mass shootings, I'm like, okay, news. Now they're just they're like Instagram stories now.
They are Instagram stories now. What fucks me up is how little I was affected by that. That's the real story here. What's going on with me? I need to go.
A personal human, you
someone
clearly
I know. Yeah.
But that's. I had a lot of shit happen this weekend. Nothing like that even remotely comes close to even mattering like that. So
yeah. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day or whatever. This is the start of our podcast about the police. So, what did the police do this last week in America? Here's the headline roundup. We got cops in Phoenix, Arizona are facing a lawsuit for fatally shooting a suicidal man. R.I.P. Victor Altamirano.
Cops in Akron, Ohio are facing a lawsuit after fatally shooting a 15-year-old boy, R.I.P. Jazmir Tucker.
Cop in Escambia County, Florida, charged after fatally hitting 2 pedestrians, R.I.P. Nicole Moore and Jackson Cunningham.
Cop in Las Cruces, New Mexico, who fatally shot a man for shoplifting a single beer, gets his guilty verdict nullified by a judge, R.I.P. Presley Eze.
Cops in New Haven, Connecticut, who paralyzed a handcuffed man get off with $15 fines and no jail time.
Jail cops in Rankin, Mississippi recorded themselves electrocuting an intellectually disabled inmate.
Jail cop in Cincinnati, Ohio, arrested after beating an inmate with a belt.
Cop in Cumberland, Maryland, who was caught sending filthy texts to a teenage girl, was promoted to police chief.
ICE cops in St. Paul, Minnesota, assault a protester who was using a cane.
ICE cops in Houston, Texas, lock up a mentally disabled teenager for over a month.
Cop in Belleville, New York, charged with sexually abusing minors.
Cop in Houston, Texas, charged with sexually abusing minors.
Cop in Elkhart, Texas, charged with child sex abuse.
Cop in Columbus, South Carolina, who got injured on the job, is accused of sexually assaulting his caregiver.
Cop in Oswego County, New York, charged with domestic violence.
Cop in Hartland, Connecticut, charged with domestic violence.
Cop in Pittsburgh, charged with domestic violence.
Cop in Bridgeport, Connecticut, had sex with a domestic violence victim.
Cop in Gastonia, North Carolina, kills a dog.
Them the headlines, folks.
Yep.
Didn't Joffrey sound so excited?
Dude, I feel weird right now. I don't know what it is. I'm like kind of
out of it,
slightly dizzy. Yeah,
oh,
but
shit.
I'm gonna get it together. I'll be fine.
Water,
yeah, I'm drinking water.
You know what helps me is 3 cups of coffee. Man, coffee can fake a personality.
No, it can't.
Yes,
first
it
of
can.
all. No, it can't.
Just
makes someone nervous and hyper.
That's my whole personality.
That's not a person. I guess that is a personality.
Manic?
Yeah.
Just fighting for normalcy in your mind.
Yeah. I thought I was doing all right, but I guess I'm not. I guess I need to pick it up a little bit.
No, you're fine. I mean, to be fair, you're not reading the most exciting material here. I don't mean to be like, come on.
It's not. I don't know if exciting is the right word.
Cops in Akron, Ohio, killing me. I don't want you to like jazz fingers it up, but
sure. But maybe not be so like Mr. Mackey about it all.
Okay, class. A compliment working at it.
I'll try to find an appropriate medium. So, anyways, that was the horror of the week when it comes to police in America. A couple of those stories will go more in depth this episode. But what are we talking about this episode? Well, this week we'll be talking more about Kash Patel and his girlfriend. Alabama police arresting a 61-year-old lady for protesting. Nice. The LAPD cop who, we'll find out, robbed a teenager of his crypto. The city of Chicago going into debt to pay off their police settlements. The unique settlement reached behind the cop who killed a family's blind and deaf dog. And we will be talking about the death of Jazmir Tucker.
And on our Patreon, people, $5 a month. 5 stars. Come on, help your boys out. Come on, please. We're going to be talking about some of the new instances of resistance against ICE, from childcare workers to Fortnite role-playing. And shout out to, all the people in New York yesterday who was resisting ICE and made them fucking have to, I think they shut down their whole operation for the day.
Yeah.
Which is fucking...
That was cool to see. That was earlier today.
Win's a fucking win.
Yeah, so we'll be talking more about that and more about ICE in our Patreon. So what are we starting with today? We'll be reading here from the New York Times.
Your boy.
Oh, look at us. Patel under scrutiny for use of SWAT teams to protect his girlfriend. When Alexis Wilkins, an aspiring country singer, first of all, hilarious, aspiring.
I know, right? They're roasting
New
her.
York Times already.
Up and coming.
Yes. Up and coming. Aspiring country singer dating the FBI director, Kash Patel, sang the Star Spangled Banner at the National Rifle Association. So, again, aspiring singer, not really singing at this Country Music Awards. And also is similar to the Country Music Awards, I'll give you that, the NRA convention.
And also, what a hack. You're singing the Star Spangled Banner. Bitch, if you don't fucking...
Yeah,
dude. Pandery ass.
At least sing some crime mob. There's a lot of songs you could do
Throw your hood up.
At the NRA convention that would be appropriate. But I agree. Hack move, Star Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner.
So she's singing Star Spangled Banner at the NRA convention in Atlanta in the spring, and she arrived with a formidable protective posse, a SWAT team from the Bureau's local field office. The 2 agents, members of a specialized unit trained to storm barricaded buildings and rescue hostages. No one's trying to kidnap Alexis Wilkins. All right, sorry for that outburst. They had been sent there on Mr. Patel's orders, but seeing that the event at the Georgia World Congress Center had been secured and that Miss Wilkins was in no apparent danger, they left before the event was over, according to 6 people with knowledge of the incident.
Damn.
She noticed, so did her boyfriend.
You walked your own security detail? That sucks. Bitch, they were like, SWAT team, bitch, send in the bomb squad. You suck. You dying up here. No, okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why you don't get the SWAT team to do security.
I mean,
because they will just dip out. All right, seems fine.
I feel like that would hurt my feelings more. That like my boyfriend thinks like, yo, you so bad. As soon as you hit that first note, somebody gonna try to kill you. And
yeah,
somebody go assassinate. Bitch, if you sing, someone is assassinating.
Yeah. So soon after, Mr. Patel ripped into the team's commander, saying that his girlfriend had been left without taxpayer-funded defenders and slamming what he saw as failure to communicate their movements up the chain of command during her time on the convention floor, where she sang and chatted with attendees, the People said. He was concerned that Miss Wilkins, a high-profile conservative, might be attacked by people who had threatened her online. Quote, is she considered Cash's spouse? Grace Chong, an influencer who works for a Trump ally, Stephen Bannon, asked on X recently about Miss Wilkins' use of Bureau resources.
Steve Bannon asked about people?
No. Grace Chong,
who works
an
for
influencer who works for a Trump ally, Steve Bannon. So two things right there. One, this is representative of like the divide within MAGA.
I love it.
A lot of people who are turning their backs on Trump are Kash Patel is part of it. He's the FBI director who's like covering up the Epstein files. He's also flying around with his girlfriend in a private jet. Also, he's a brown Indian guy. That probably doesn't help with the base either.
Trump's like, all these brown guys coming into the country giving out free shit. Damn. This white girl got more socialism than fucking all of New York right now. She got free planes. Honestly, first off, Steve Bannon, nigga, you was on the Epstein flight log. What are you?
Was he?
Yeah, he shouldn't be worried about nobody. It is weird that he's even worried about it. Like,
sure.
He's probably like trying to.
He seems like a guy who worries very little. Seems like a stress-free guy to me.
I don't know, man. Have you seen his skin? That is that nigga looks.
That's what I'm saying. Like all the money in the world, he is not corrupted by these material thoughts to get one dermatologist appointment in the books. He's living free.
Yeah, you're right. You got skin like you look like that. Your soul, you don't care what nobody.
He's fine,
thinks.
dude. He's where we all are trying to be spiritually.
I'm just laughing at SWAT team having to do this shit, having to like be on her detail. Just a SWAT member jumping in front of a tomato. It's just like what the fuck are they?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Making them clap at gunpoint.
And also, Kash Patel, you're a fucking loser. I just have to say, you spending all this money on her. She gonna leave you. She's absolutely gonna leave.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like
you're a dork.
Ultimately, I think what this tweet brought up is really the question. It's like, this is all for a girlfriend.
Literally.
It's not a wife.
I know.
Bro, put a fucking ring on it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, it is weird. I'm like, dude,
fucking weird.
Fucking marry her.
No,
marry the woman. She
also,
seems like a nice lady.
It's like, we're already looking past the problematic age gap. He's 23, he's 40.
That is so far down the list of interesting things, surprisingly.
But it does feed into all it does play a part into, like, this nigga's a loser.
Yeah.
I'm not going to act like it doesn't.
Oh, of course it does.
You're using government resources to impress your 23-year-old girlfriend. We don't live in a real world anymore. This shit sucks. This shit fucking sucks. We have no... People are like, why do you hate America? They just teach you to hate America in the history books. That's all they do now. Nigga, I don't need history books to fucking be mad at America.
Yeah.
We got loser cabinet members that are just...
Yeah, it does make me feel a little bit like a right-wing conservative when I'm looking at Kash Patel, our FBI director, trying to impress his girlfriend, not his wife, his girlfriend. I'm like, bro, you're making America look weak right now. Our enemies are seeing our FBI, the leader of our domestic security and intelligence apparatus, can't even put a damn ring on it. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, and
it's
also
sad.
The fact that our FBI agent, the head of the FBI... first off, the head of the FBI used to do cool shit like fucking kill black leaders.
Yes.
Now
kill Martin Luther King allegedly.
Remember, fucking J. Edgar Hoover.
According to a Memphis trial they had.
Wait, actually, wasn't J. Edgar Hoover using government resources to do freaky boy shit too?
Probably.
He was. I think J. Edgar Hoover, he was. He was like doing some weird shit. J. Edgar Hoover was like, I mean, now it's totally acceptable, but obviously back in the day, he was like.
He's putting on dresses and stuff.
Yeah, but also
Sure,
deeper than that. You think that's what we know.
Sure.
That's what we know.
Yeah.
We don't know what else he was. The nigga, that was.
Yeah. I mean, he was. So you're saying J. Edgar Hoover was not only assassinating leaders of the civil rights movement, also even more nefarious.
He was wearing
a dress sometimes.
We don't play that shit.
You heard it here first,
that
folks.
Shit is unacceptable. No, what I'm really saying is FBI stands for Freaky Boy Institution. I don't know. That shit is. There's a long line.
I would like a kinky FBI director if they're like they got to be married. Like you can't be this single honeymoon period single. You know what I mean? Like we've all been in that phase. You're easily distracted during that phase. You're not thinking about work.
Yeah.
You're thinking about your new boo that you're so excited about. He gets to like it's so obvious that he is in this enamored phase, flying her around, impressing her with all this shit. Our nation is not secure right now because of this, right? The FBI director needs to be an unhappily married man. Who does not think about his wife at all, thinks about work, and then does some weird, freaky, kinky shit that unhappily married men do. That's why J. Edgar Hoover. That's why I was happy to see him in a dress because I'm like, all right, this guy is not romping around with some romance.
He's
that's
at home. He's
distracting
fulfilling his needs, and it's cost the government at least $75.
Exactly.
How much is a dress?
Yeah,
how much is a dress? I'll pay. I'll buy the nigga a dress.
Ashton will pay for Kash
J.
Patel's dress if need be. Just get him focused on the job at hand.
$100,000 flight to go and perform at a 40-person show is crazy.
Yeah.
Also, the desperation that leaks from him. Like, I feel I need this, from him. He's such like, and I'm not saying she's a bad bitch because I don't think any MAGA country's music star.
You don't think it would be possible?
I'm not saying it ain't possible for a MAGA country. I'm thinking she ain't one. But I think in his mind, this is a bad bitch. Yeah. And he's like, I gotta do everything I can to keep this bad bitch, even if that means plunging America into bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Using your tax dollars. Sorry, reparations. It ain't happening. My girlfriend wants to go on a trip to Tulum with her racist homegirl. I don't know.
Yeah, girlfriend. At least say partner, bro. I'm in my 30s now. I feel weird saying girlfriend in my 30s. I say partner because it feels weird. He's in his 40s talking about my girlfriend needs a detail.
That shit is sad.
It's pathetic, dude. I don't know what's going on. Put a ring on it, bro. I don't know if it's his mom is not accepting of a white. It might be that. We might have a little Bollywood situation on our hands, right? Where she's not accepting the Gora, the white girlfriend. And if so, I feel for that too. But we just can't have our FBI director with a girlfriend. Ultimately, it's a national security risk.
Also, to the girlfriend, run. Get out of there. You want to talk about this man is she can't break up with him. She literally cannot break up with this man if she wanted to. If she broke up with him, he would use every resource available to stalk. You would be stalked. The stalking he's worried about other people doing.
Along with getting Snapchats of him threatening to kill himself. He's going the full gambit. Don't leave me!
You don't think I can make the FBI assassinate me, bitch? We've assassinated way more important people. I'll do it. I'll tell him to kill me.
He's going to have the sad Drake boy attitude with the force of our nation behind
surveillance state. Fucking the power that coups other nations. He has that to destroy your fucking life.
Yes.
You can't.
He doesn't need to look at your phone when you go to the bathroom.
He knows.
Hire his team to do that for him.
That's actually crazy. That girl is trapped.
Dude, you're right. I didn't realize she fucked up getting in a relationship with the director of the FBI.
You're so fucked. You're so fucked.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Good luck, girl.
Best of luck to both of them. All right, Ashton. Yes, we're moving to Akron, Ohio.
via Cleveland 19, family of teen shot and killed by Akron police last Thanksgiving files lawsuit against city. The family of Jazmir Tucker, the 15-year-old who was shot and killed last Thanksgiving by an Akron police officer, announced Tuesday they have filed a federal civil rights lawsuit. The suit names the city of Akron, Mayor Shamus Malik, Akron Police Chief Brian Harding, Officer Davin Fields, and numerous other police officers and parties. The complaint alleges unconstitutional use of force and municipal liability for training and oversight failures, among other claims, according to the Cochran firm, which represents the Tucker family. According to the complaint, the city of Akron maintained a training program heavily focused on firearms and tactical operations while offering minimal de-escalation, juvenile encounter, or use of force refresher training. The lawsuit seeks compensatory and punitive damages, injunctive relief requiring comprehensive reform of the Akron Police Department's training, and supervision practices and accountability for the city's pattern and practices of deadly force against residents who present no immediate threat to officers. So, basically, what happened is this Thanksgiving. I don't know if it was this Thanksgiving.
It was last Thanksgiving. So it was like
a year ago.
A year ago, yeah. And I'll just say real quickly, not to cut you off, but the reason why they're filing this federal lawsuit is because last month, it was the what's the term? The grand jury. The grand jury did not vote to indict. Yeah. So the official federal charges have been dropped. The grand jury did not press any charges. So now the family is filing their own lawsuit because this year-long saga of their 15-year-old boy being shot and killed by the police reached, no accountability via the federal government. So now they're trying to sue themselves.
And to paint the picture of why people are upset, it's not the boy had a gun. He shot a gun. And
well, we don't even know that.
Well, we don't know that. What we do, I saw a report that was like, gunshots were fired. Police were called. They came. They found. They see a kid. No, they don't see a gun. They just see a kid. Immediately start firing. Immediately they get a report of gunshots. There's like two. It's two steps. Get a report of gunshots. Pull up to where the gunshots are. They see this kid. Immediately fired. Yeah. No gun in sight. It's only when they go and find him they find a gun on his person, not aimed at them, not doing anything. He just had a gun on his person. Nobody was at threat. They just shot him immediately.
The body cam footage, you don't get to see them. You don't get to see Jazmir until he's already lying on the ground shot. So what we miss out on the body cam footage, which, by the way, the cops did not turn on their body cams. What happened was, and I learned this is a thing, because there were police cars with their emergency lights on nearby, that triggered their body cams to turn on.
Wow.
So they didn't turn it on themselves, but we do get to see the cops running with their big fucking AR rifles, yelling and shooting. And so apparently, they yelled at him to whatever, get on your knees and on the ground. He didn't listen. He starts running away. So he's running away. They start shooting. That in the autopsy, he's shot in the back twice. Shot in the back twice, shot in the arm. You could safely assume he was running away. So they shot a kid for running away. And what they said was that he was reaching in his waistband. Well, guess what? When they did find a gun on him, he didn't have it in his waistband. He had it zipped up in his jacket. But yet, I guess it's still enough. We're still in a racist enough country to where, like, retroactively, you could be like, oh, this black child, he did have a gun on him.
So that justifies...
Sure, he wasn't pulling one on us. Sure, we don't know if he fired those shots. All he was doing was running away from us, and we shot a child in the back as he was running away. But turns out he did have a gun on him, folks, so he deserves to be dead.
The classic escalation problem and always being trained as... Cops just are combat warriors. They just don't see anything. That's like the main problem with their training. Is just go with. I mean, also the racist undercurrent that I don't even know if it's an undercurrent, but
overcurrent, current
combined with the tactical training. That's like, okay, also you only kill, which we're going to see. This is the humans. We had plenty of stories today. We're gonna see how far this dumbass logic of just being weapons and only trained as like like for combat, how far that even will go in later stories. But
and we discuss this all the time of like the neighborhood they're in. So like this is a neighborhood where they were patrolling, where gunshots have already gone off. So this is a lot of cops' relationship with the black community is they're not a part of the black community in any way, but they patrol poor black neighborhoods where they are not welcome, where they are known as aggressively patrolling. And so they have this head-butt relationship that makes them more racist. And so imagine you're in these cops' head. Oh, gunshots have gone off. Oh, in the neighborhood, the black neighborhood, they see a teenager. They tell him to get down. He doesn't listen. They think, oh, he might be reaching this. Of course, they're just gonna start. They're operating off of fear and racism, and like you said, just like it's shooting time, it's killing time. And the another important thing about this story, which really goes to show like their relationship with this community, is that they reach this kid who they've just shot in the back. First thing they do is handcuff him. Yeah. Second thing they do is start going through his pockets. This kid is bleeding out, dying. They are waiting several minutes before they attempt to render any aid. They are first choosing, handcuffing him, just absurd. Yeah. And then just going through his pockets slowly, one by one, while his kid is bleeding out.
Yeah. And it's, again, even if, like, I don't give a fuck if the kid had a gun. You're a cop. You pulled up on him. He did not have a gun at the time. You have to be a higher think. You're supposed to be the higher thinking mind. How do we solve this without no life being lost? It is never that. It's never like, how do we solve this with no life being lost? It's immediately, it's killing time.
Us versus them.
And like, yeah, a kid can have, kids are kids. I took my dad's gun and I found it under his pillow. I didn't shoot it, but I definitely grabbed my dad's gun and was fucking playing around with it. If a cop found me playing my dad's gun or just having my dad's gun on me, it's just a wrap for me. Meanwhile, like, we live in the most hypocritical country in the world because we literally just talk about old girl performing at the NRA convention. Mm-hmm. How many kids you think are at the NRA convention? Mm-hmm. Tons. There are tons of children at the NRA convention. Or if they're not at the NRA convention, their parents are feeding them a gun culture or passing down the culture of gun to their children. I've seen so many videos of little girls like holding guns and being trained by their fathers who are like so enamored with the gun and like giving it to their like children. So it's okay when it's just like, that's American culture. That's Americana, having this gun. But I'm not trying to be like, it's just a hypocritical thing when it comes to guns. It's like white people with guns, America. Black people with guns, put them down.
Yeah.
But we'll move on.
Well said. Let's move on from that story. So that's Jazmir Tucker was the kid's name.
R.I.P.
So now we're revisiting a story. So I believe, Ashton, I looked it up. When we covered this story, you were out. It was me and John. So this might be the first your first time familiarizing yourself with this ridiculous story. Mm-hmm. And what we covered last time is this LAPD cop. And what's interesting is that he was currently LAPD, who also had all these side businesses.
At the time of the robbery?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
So it's not he was former LAPD, and now he has all these side hustles, these car businesses, this big social media following, trying to start a reality show. That's
not
true.
Good. You don't want to.
He also was, yeah, exactly.
Cop. Ew.
Yeah.
You don't want a center of attention cop.
You don't want a Twitch streaming ass cop who's like, chat, should I punch him in the face? Chat, should I tase him?
W's in the chat. Look what I found. W's,
so this guy was currently an LAPD officer and was working with a real estate criminal who has an Israeli guy who has ties to the Israeli mob, and they robbed someone of their crypto.
My favorite stories are the Grand Theft Auto mission sounding ones.
Yes.
This is a Grand Theft Auto
It is.
mission.
It is.
I love these.
And it's like a main mission, too.
I know.
It's not even a side mission.
It's like characters that come in like in the second to third act of Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
Oh, shit. The FBI is here.
Yeah.
The Israeli mob?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Israeli real estate guy.
Characters from Franklin's past are back.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Which, by the way, Israelis should be banned from doing real estate. I mean, we all understand that they should be trusted with buying and selling property. So, huge red flag right away. Israeli real estate. Yeah, exactly. There's like a family eating dinner.
Your mom's room was promised to me 3,000 years ago.
So that's what we're dealing with here. So what's the update? One of the updates on this case is who the person was that they were robbing. So let's start reading. We're reading here from the LA Times. And this story's in LA, obviously. Ex-LAPD officer staged police raid in $350,000 crypto heist, prosecutor says. So one night last December, 6 men met at a home in the Hollywood Hills to plot a kidnapping, prosecutors say. So again, we're starting already Grand Theft Auto, already a Martin Scorsese movie starring like you'd find Mark Wahlberg all over this type of movie, right? Yeah. But here we go. Their alleged target was a 17-year-old operator of a cryptocurrency business.
Aura. Kid has aura already.
His abductors, authorities charge, included a felon with ties to Israeli organized crime and a former officer from the LAPD. So, by the way, the big reveal here is that the target was a child.
Yeah, but also how much money he had.
Yeah,
that's for a child. It's not just a child who had $350,000 in crypto.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And I mean, I already read the article, so I know you're gonna read it. But it's just so many. Even everybody was shocked. That's like the defense. They're like, how? Come on, he couldn't do this.
Yeah,
a kid can't have this money. Like, a dog can't play basketball. Like they were all just like, how is this possible?
And I just love like the sort of old school. Let's go back to hardware versus software spirit of all this. Because if you hear us about someone stealing crypto, you're probably thinking of hackers. You're probably thinking about some whiz kids in Russia or Ukraine doing some digital magic. No. This is good old-fashioned breaking and entering robbery.
Nigga. This is crime right here, boy. It's capital C crime, baby. This is that crime.
Yeah.
People's lives are in danger.
Yeah, we got corrupt cops. We got Israeli real estate agents. And we're breaking into your home, and we're tying you up, and that's how we're stealing your crypto,
baby. The Israeli mob. This kid was up against forces, my nigga.
Dude.
This nigga was up against some shit.
This kid,
He fucking, like...
Free this kid and free Palestine.
This is like the dark Home Alone franchise. Right? This is like evil Home Alone.
Yeah. So let's go in here. Deputy District Attorney Jane Brownstone on Friday disclosed details of the alleged kidnapping at bail hearings for the alleged gangster Gabby Ben and the former officer Eric Halem. Both men have pleaded not guilty to the charges against them. So this is kind of hilarious to me also, is that we're getting this new information because they're trying to go out on bail. Yeah. And so they're like, all right, are these people threats to our society or not? Should we allow them to make bail? And that's when we're hearing about this new information, and we'll see how it goes for our boys here regarding their bail. So Ben, 51, has twice been convicted of fraud and deported to Israel, according to court records.
Yeah, but that's the part I'm like, when you got to look up, like, when Israelis like do crime in America and then they immediately get deported, what happens to them? Do they actually face any consequences once they get back to the Israeli justice system? I'm sure there is some like people who do face consequences when they go back to Israel. It's not just
there's interesting, very interesting writings on this because
like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, when they caught the fucking high level Israeli like government, like he was like national security He was like, I forgot what position he played, but it was super high level. I think it was like national security. Like, he was their NSA, like leader of the NSA type shit, maybe. And he got caught in a pedophile ring. And like literally while, was Netanyahu here? Did Netanyahu visit? I don't know. It was like during this like high profile Israeli.
He visited recently.
Yeah. So it was during then, like 2-3 months ago. Guy got caught during that trip trying to fucking have sex with children, got arrested, and they just sent him back to Israel. And they're like, so wait.
So this is some very high level Israel shit to talk about that people will get mad at you for bringing up, and you.
Am I not supposed to talk about this?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to talk about it. So there's an issue here with Israel. It's not an issue, but it's like the mentality of Israel being like a safe haven for the Jewish people who've been persecuted, right? And so there is that like mentality of like, come over here and escape and welcome to your safe haven. But there have been different high-profile cases of like people with pedophile charges going and it's like going to Israel.
I work for a news show, so I'm like, what the fuck is this? How the fuck did this nigga escape?
Yeah,
you could just be a pedophile and escape. And then don't get me started. I'm like, okay, don't get me started down this rabbit hole, buddy.
They're like that anti-Semitic 8-year-old boy really needs a talking to. Really, we are absolutely shocked.
Why did
at
they
the level of
strike that
anti-Semitism.
daycare? What the fuck? That's fucked up.
So yes, our boy right here, Gabby Ben, has been deported twice to Israel. Twice been convicted of fraud. Yes, and deported to Israel. Along with his blue jail jumpsuit, he wore a yarmulke and towel around his neck. He shrugged and shook his head when Brownstone said he has ties to the Israeli mafia. Halem, 38, so that's our LAPD cop, who appeared in court in an orange jumpsuit, served 13 years in the LAPD. By the time he left the department in 2022, he had developed lucrative side hustles, including... so he did leave the department. So I was wrong about that. He left the department in 2022. At that time, he had developed lucrative side hustles, including a luxury rental business and an app that allowed actors to audition remotely. Okay. Let me just say for the record, his app did not invent that.
Yeah, I'm like,
what is the norm?
You mean a camera?
Yeah. His app invented Gmail, allowed him to send video of him auditioning. He was also flirting with the idea of developing a reality show about his life, former associates told the Times. Honestly, that sounds pretty interesting. Around 2 a.m. on December 28, 2024, Halem Ben and 4 other men drove in 2 cars, Ben's rented Lamborghini Urus and a Range Rover, to a luxury high-rise in Koreatown where the alleged victim lived.
Literal Grand Theft Auto ass cars.
I know. Like
why?
You ever heard of keeping a low profile, bro?
Why are you driving the most? I saw a Lamborghini today. Right when that guy was being robbed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Right before he walked into that apartment, and I heard wails of agony coming from inside.
Everybody came outside, and we said, "Look at that Lamborghini." That's crazy to have like.
I saw him come out of the Lamborghini, take a bunch of selfies, say hi to the kids, and then...
Is it crazy? Is it insanity or is it cockiness? Thinking you like, these are LAPD officers, these are Israeli mobs. He was loving to throw out the fucking ties to Israeli mob. Like,
I think... I think it's like that ego gets rewarded a lot in the world, in life, in America, and in life in general. I think, Donald Trump is the ultimate example of that. Ultimate example of a guy who could just lie and go off his ego and criminally be overconfident and getting rewarded for it. Yeah. And so usually people hit a limit of that. Trump has not, but this guy clearly hit his limit with all these side hustles and robbing 17-year. Like, bro, just steal overtime like a normal cop. Just be a normal cop and steal $200K of overtime every year and do it that way. He flew too close to the sun, my boy.
I'm like, are there any like? I'm sure there's tons of criminals who've gotten away with it, but there's so many criminals who just don't get it. Crime seems like it's just you're so stressful.
Yeah,
it's like I like the stress of crime of being like, is today going to be the day? You that feels too much to be like weigh on. Like,
dude.
But this guy's
the
like,
stress of just like having a night where you might have drank a little bit too much and said something embarrassing. Just that stress I can barely handle. I immediately have to confess, send a text apologizing unnecessarily so I can relieve myself of the anxiety.
Acts of human horror that I know will have damaging ramifications further down the road. These guys feel none of that.
It is some sort of maybe sickness is the wrong word, but some sort of mentality that I do not relate to at all.
Dude, fuck crime. Disobeying my mama. I'm like,
oh,
no, this is that stressful.
You're like, I gotta confess. Sorry, Mom.
I didn't take the food out of the fridge when you said it. All right, man. I'm sorry. Like,
these guys have developed a different sort of consciousness.
Just fucking solid. But then I'd be like, I'm going to jail. Like, you have to know. The story feels like it's writing itself. Like, where does this end? Jail, bitch! Where else do you not in fucking... Only it worked out for one criminal, and that's Trump. That's like the one criminal it actually worked out. And this nigga was racing the clock with the presidency and his crimes.
And he's still doing that. They're knocking on his door. Like, 1 second, I'm gonna bomb Venezuela. Sorry, 1 second.
It never ends.
I would love to talk to you about my crimes, but I'm too busy bombing Venezuela.
Sorry.
There's fishermen out there.
Excuse me, sir, but your horny FBI director is he can't hide the Epstein list anymore. Can you bomb a fishing boat? Can you bring Zoran here? Maybe that'll.
I love that guy. So let's keep going here. Dressed in dark clothing, Halem, Ben, and 2 other men punched in the access code to the victim's apartment.
Why they gotta make everything sound violent? All right, they punched it. 5, 6, 9, 4. We're violent criminals. Come on. They could have pressed it, dog.
Yeah. Come on. Editorializing at LA Times. Come on. You should be better than that.
Kicked open the PIN code.
The teenager wasn't home, but the intruders found his girlfriend in a closet and restrained her with LAPD issued handcuffs. So this is once you get into tying up children in the middle of your crimes. I would have been, and look, I can't put myself in anyone's shoes, but I feel like if I was in this situation, I would have been like, hey guys, maybe we should undo this one, right? Little lady, we just get out of here. You go on with your day, we'll go on with our days, and we'll rethink our ways.
And it's like the cop is just like a fake cop. How do you cop? What is you clearly are? You have no delineation of good and evil. You like it's you. There. How do you do? What is justice to you if tying up a little girl and blackmailing her is like a norm? If for your side and when you're moonlighting as a criminal. It's just, you want to talk about severance. You just fucking...
Quote, everyone was armed, Brownstone said. They claimed they were from LA police and they were executing a search warrant. When the intended victim returned home, the men handcuffed him and demanded he open his crypto wallet on his phone and computer. The teen tried to bluff by showing an empty digital wallet. The intruders threatened to shoot the teenager in the foot and waterboard him if he didn't surrender his crypto.
Some balls on that kid. Empty, man. Somebody got here first. Nigga, if you don't show me your real... That's so funny.
And waterboard him.
Oh
they said that,
Dick Cheney's there?
Didn't surrender his crypto, turning on a shower to emphasize the threat, which I think that's hilarious. They're like, we're gonna shoot you in the foot with this gun, and we're gonna waterboard you with that shower.
You ever take a bath, nigga?
It seems not as scary of a threat in terms of the visual element than just brandishing a gun. And I'm not even sure how many teenagers know what waterboarding is. So they were probably trying to explain it. They're like, no, actually, it mimics drowning. I know it looks like it's not going to be that bad, but trust us.
Do you remember 9/11? No? Oh, okay, hold on.
Shit.
No, but go to YouTube.
I don't know how to relate to the new generation.
Fuck. So do you remember the Iraq War? Okay, we got a lot to explain to this kid.
But the details go on. But I feel like y'all get the picture. We could move on.
This
from
kid
here.
got robbed, and then they got caught. But damn, this kid had balls. 17-year-old. Yeah, I know I'm gonna hate you in 5 years. You're probably like a year away from. If you're not already in your Republican bag, you're probably on the way there. You're a crypto kid. It's not boding well for you.
But enjoy your youth.
Yeah, this story though. I fuck with you for this. You survive. Like you was surviving. He was like, shit, I'm not giving up that bag though. Shoot my girlfriend. We didn't even say we would do that. All right. It's just like, fine, kill her. We never said we. If you must. Just giving up.
He's like, all right, give me the gun. I'll kill her. What is going on with this kid?
What the fuck? Why do you keep...
Just give us your crypto,
baby,
dude.
I'm sorry. I love you. All right, we're going to go on. Sturgeon, Missouri via KRCG. $500,000 settlement reached after Sturgeon police officers shot a blind, deaf dog.
Yeah, and we covered this story earlier, but now we got the settlement, the very high settlement.
$500,000. The city of Sturgeon, Missouri, and one of its police officers have agreed to pay a $500,000. First off, and one of its police officers is not paying.
Yeah.
That cop is not paying. And I helped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put $20,000.
I'll cover the tip, y'all. Don't worry, I got it. I got
20%
it.
of $5,500.
Okay, thank you. Your one broke friend. I'll get y'all next time. Okay, it's fine.
So have agreed to pay a $500,000 as a part of a settlement over the shooting of a blind, deaf Shih Tzu mixed dog named Teddy. Filed in May 2024, the lawsuit alleged that Sturgeon failed to properly train, supervise, and discipline its officer. On May 19th, 2024, a neighbor found Teddy wandering her backyard after he escaped his own fenced yard.
This is a blind and deaf Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
It literally cannot get more harmless than that.
Why are you calling the cops for a blind, deaf Shih Tzu?
Yeah. Well, it mentioned somewhere that like the animal control in this town is under
cops.
the umbrella of the police.
Which obviously, and also in the same. I mean, I don't know if it says it here, but the cop was like, I ain't been trained for this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like,
Cops sees a blind deaf Shih Tzu. His Rolodex of his training is going through his Jimmy Neutron brain blast. What do I do here? And then it just comes out. Get on your knees now.
No, it literally happened that way. He pulled up. He was like, I have no training for animal control, and he just shoots the dog within and this guy's
they're like, why don't you just rely on your natural human instincts? He's like,
he literally, and it's like, first off, just to relate this, not to like, when we talk about cops pulling up, they did that to Jazmir, and they just pulled up and shot. It's that instinctual first thing shoot. They did it to they do it to humans. They do it to fucking animals, and it's the literal excuse. At least with the animals, they admit it. They don't have the balls to admit it with the human, but with an animal, he literally was like, I ain't been trained for this. I don't know how to handle this. The city is like in the protest against this cop. They were like, yo, what's up with these combat warrior? It's so funny when a city sees all the ills of a police officer, the police in a dog. They're like, they're violent. They just come up and they first thing they do, like all the language we use on this podcast, they were using for like justice for this dog, and they got $500,000. They were literally like, police reform. We need to.
All the white people at the end of a South Park episode. I learned something today. The police in our country are given a lot more responsibility and trust.
It's so funny. I hate this type of shit that pisses me off. Like X-Men, like dogs. When white people see the horrors of humanity through animals or like a metaphor or some shit like X-Men pisses me off. Like I know it's a side note, but like it reminds me of X-Men because like X-Men is a metaphor for racism, and it took Stan Lee to draw mutants. They're just like us. And white people were like, whoa.
Yeah.
You're right. She's different because of who she.
They're like, you guys, haven't mutants been through enough in this country?
You a fucking cartoon to have a human fucking thought. What the fuck?
Mutants are people too, you guys.
Beast is actually smart. That's so I hate it when they see the ills of society. They don't see it. They can't. They just lack. They don't see the humanity in black people.
Yes,
it's really all it is.
A blind and deaf Shih Tzu does not scare racists as much as a 15-year-old black boy.
Well, they can justify. They'd be like, well, he's black. That's why they shot him. It makes sense. But a dog, what did a dog do? It's not like he was it's not like he.
Yeah.
Although
it would have been, I would have enjoyed seeing the cops plant a gun on the Shih Tzu as well.
You dog.
The dog had a gun.
And it was a black cop, so it's not even like the dog was like barking at him because he's black. The dog was blind.
Blind and deaf. And a Shih Tzu. If you're not a dog person,
I know,
a Shih Tzu is an adorable little
just
poodle.
The cute ones. They're kind of, I don't know, they're cute to y'all.
I really cannot imagine how anyone could do this to kill.
A Shih Tzu and a gun are like two opposite things. Like literally, like a Shih Tzu is like this cute, just ball of joy, and a gun is a fucking. They're like, to me, two literally opposite. Like if I had to think of what an opposite of a gun was, I'd be like a Shih Tzu or something. I don't know. It was like a cute cat or a dog.
It's an immovable object meeting an extremely movable object. Very movable object.
But they should have known this cop. My thing is, I Googled the cop. They should have known something was wrong with this nigga. He was a black cop who wore wraparound them Oakley shades. Mm-hmm. He don't even know who he is. He's racially confused. That's like when you see white people with Rachel Dolezal and her dreads. Mm-hmm. That's what I see when I see a black guy wearing wraparound shades. I'm like, brother, you lost. You don't even know who you are. Shopping at Oakley. This is he like, what's the meme where it's like all the white guys in the front facing camera?
Yes.
He's that.
He sees himself in there. Bro, that's not you.
Yeah. Like they are talking about you. If you click on any one of those videos.
Click on those videos.
They are like, and these DEI officers.
Yeah. But the last thing I want to say about this is that first of all, anytime we do a story about cops killing dogs, like we were mentioning, this to me has to be the tip of the spear of getting like your cop friendly friends to, like Ashton was saying, it is indefensible even for a racist. All of it is indefensible if you're not racist, but if you are racist, some of it is very defensible. But when you bring a fucking blind and deaf dog into the situation, bring up that the DOJ estimates that cops kill 10,000 dogs a year, a fucking dog holocaust going on at the hands of our police. But to me, what's interesting about this story is the settlement. It is very, very rare that any accountability happens when cops kill dogs. They're killing dogs with no consequences because dogs are considered property. And so if there is some sort of a settlement, it'll usually be however much that dog is deemed to be worth on like the market value of buying and selling pets. But here we see there is they put it as a violation of rights under the 4th Amendment. So still issue of searching and seizing property illegally, but we got a $500K settlement. So that is extremely rare, and I guess worth noting to me. But 10,000 dead dogs a year, and that's a DOJ's estimate.
Damn.
So going next, back to our ongoing saga of what the city of Chicago is having to deal with their detectives from the 90s going around throwing innocent black boys into interrogation rooms, beating the shit out of them until they quote unquote confess to stop getting their teeth kicked in, and then are thrown in prison for decades, and then finally come out literally decades later and have some sort of a settlement as some sort of compensation, and how the city of Chicago is not ready they cannot afford these millions and millions and millions of dollars of added settlements. So here is the latest in this saga. Reading here from WTTW, Chicago set to borrow $283.3 million to resolve police misconduct lawsuits. Chicago must borrow that amount of money to cover the soaring costs of lawsuits alleging Chicago police officers committed a wide range of misconduct, including wrongful convictions and improper pursuits as part of the city's 2026 budget, Mayor Brandon Johnson said. It will likely cost Chicago taxpayers approximately $52 million in interest. That's just in interest. To borrow that money and pay off during the next 5 years.
That's so unfair. That's so the victims the victims have to pay for the crimes of these police officers.
Yeah, the taxpayers, all of the city of Chicago who just like any one of us in any city have a lot of negative experiences with the police, are having to foot this giant bill, including $50 million that's just interest. That's just going to the creditors that are going to purchase these municipal bonds. The city of Chicago is going to have to issue because of them waging war on the black community for decades.
Chicago is literally going to have to put their hospitals on Klarna. Like, they're going to have to fund them shits on fucking fire department on layaway as fire department. Can we get that's insane.
Yeah, their mayor is going to be on TikTok live selling
galaxies.
Galaxies in the chat, please.
Let's get some big being an NPC mayor. Like, why is the mayor dressed up as Spider-Man? Right?
Yeah, dude. So it will likely cost $52 million in interest to borrow that money and pay off during the next 5 years. Alderman Jessie Fuentes said she hoped this moment serves as a reckoning about both the financial toll and the human cost of police misconduct. Fuentes represents Humboldt Park, home to many people who contend they were framed by disgraced former CPD detective Reynaldo Guevara. We've talked about that guy a lot. Taxpayers have paid $112 million to resolve 9 cases naming Guevara. 44 cases are pending. So let's go through that sentence. So off this one detective, taxpayers in Chicago have paid $112 million with 9 cases involving this one detective. 44 are still pending. Like, what do we do with how is it possible to punish this guy? It's not enough. Like, he did so much harm and wrong. It's, I think, like, the idea of justice and accountability, literally impossible. I mean, literally impossible, unless we want to, like, send him to, like, some black site somewhere in this. I mean, it's still, that's a joke. It's still, there's no way to hold this accountable.
I mean, at this rate, it's going to be like $500 to $600 million.
Oh, yeah.
If they have to keep up this rate of payout, just one officer alone put up $500 million. $500 million. And cost the city, one cop cost the city $500 million.
Yeah. And there's basically 2. There's another one that, to my knowledge, has done even more. And neither one of them facing any jail time whatsoever.
How is this even?
Or my bad. One of them did like a short spat in jail. This guy is not yet facing any charges even. So really just insane. And it's like, it really like, it's almost philosophical. The question you ask, like, what do you do here? Like remove like the law and like municipal bonds and city budgets and taxpayers. Like, what does justice look like when these 2 cops have put dozens of and done it in a racist way, like targeting black neighborhoods, dozens of innocent boys in prison for decades at a time? What do you even? I mean, there's nothing to do. Like, the kid is out now. He's not a kid anymore.
Yeah, he's and he's fucking. This guy isn't facing any type of like ramifications for their like accountability. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's a money. Having a police department is a money hole. It's a money sink. It's like you're gonna bankrupt the city. What city will exist? Will the city even have funds to fucking paint to dye its river green every year? We don't even got green dye money anymore.
They're gonna have to dye it brown. They have to make it look like shit.
Thanks, officer. Like it's just what the fuck? Yeah, they're gonna have to sell the team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to do. Like, I haven't seen any. All of my opinions I get. I just, I take from smart people, and this I haven't seen any like writing on this on what is the solution here. Dude. I'm just an idiot on a podcast, but I guess just like the federal government should come in. I don't know, but to me the federal government has pretty much infinite resources. Like this should be the feds should come in rather than like the city of Chicago. Like they need schools, they need hospitals, they need infrastructure repairs. All this money is going to try to serve some sort of justice for the actions of these two cops in the 80s and 90s who were just like running amok. Like it just seems, it's insane. It is insane.
I'm laughing because you said the federal government should come into Chicago. It's like, nigga, the federal government has come into Chicago, and they're using.
I don't mean boots on the ground.
They're using the Ronaldo Guevara playbook right now.
I mean their money. Okay,
they came all right. They fucking niggas up like Ronaldo.
Yeah, take some of the missiles going into honing in on individual children in Gaza and cash those in. And give it to Chicago.
But your point is 100% because it's like Baltimore spent they put money into the first off, Chicago is one of the most segregated racist cities in the world. They literally raised the socioeconomic ladder up out of the like black communities so niggas could so they can just build a fucking crime pot just so they can create a underbelly of fucking crime. That's just
that's the two options. Very simply, either social services or jails for economically like that. You got to take care of that problem somehow. You can't ignore it. So the other solution is jail. That's what they've chosen.
Baltimore has just look up what's going on in Baltimore. They've like decreased their crime rates like dramatically simply by bringing in programs that help disaffected and kids who are like potentially on the pathway to crime get on their feet and steer them away from that. And it's literally brought their crime rates down. Chicago should be doing something similar, but they can't even put money into the community because these niggas putting up fucking Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
They're putting in extra shifts at their job because they got to pay off these debts.
Got our Uber Eats and shit to pay off this nigga's 90s debt. Cops.
How about it comes from the fucking police budget? Like I haven't heard any conversation about that.
Because clearly, I mean, if you just look at it, the police union. First off, the police in Chicago are evil and powerful, like especially under Rahm Emanuel. Oh my God, the nigga used to have like when we talk about secret prisons and shit, like they were a violent force, are a violent force in Chicago, and it's just, I see the police union protecting all these cops. That's like, there's no way. It has to be the police union protecting these dudes because if y'all are saying what he's done is wrong, well. You don't want to look. We don't want any internal affairs investigating and seeing how that's actually just rampant. And the culture of Chicago policing is he's probably just living out the Chicago policing culture, probably to a heightened extent. But I
just Googled it. Chicago Police's annual budget apparently about $200 million. So easily, just take that budget for a year. Tell them to figure it out. Raise yourselves up from your bootstraps. Take care of these settlements, and see how the city of Chicago does for a year without the police. Maybe the results could be interesting. So let's move on now. Where are we going? Fairhope, Alabama.
Fairhope, Alabama, via AL.com. Body cam shows arrest of Alabama woman wearing penis costume at protest. This is a family town. Old lady got arrested for wearing a penis costume at the No Kings protest. They arrested her. Freedom of speech. What happened to
Is lib resistance being outlawed over here?
Did I offend you? Did this dick vein? My public dick vein offend you? It's like, what the fuck are we talking about here? That's why I'm like it's not. There needs to be a new word because it's not hypocrisy. It's like known like the like freedom of the whole bro era, this whole MAGA era, right wing era has been based on the freedom of speech, but it's the freedom of speech to say racist shit to you, not freedom of speech to like protest.
Of course.
What freedom of speech is what it's supposed to be for. We need freedom of speech so we can protest unjust laws. But right now that's been usurped and perverted for MAGA to be.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is when I can call you what's a good one? A jigaboo.
What were you just telling me? What were you telling me the other day, Chuck? That was a good one. Say it again. Say it again, Chuck.
So why can't I? Freedom of speech is when I can post George Floyd memes.
Yeah.
And freedom of speech is when you shut the fuck up about you triggered. Like we spent 8 years with this whole rhetoric about freedom of speech. And now they got their guy in office, and now they're the most offended people on the planet Earth. But I'll read the story. Newly released body cam footage shows a Fairhope police colonel confronting and arresting a 61-year-old grandmother dressed in an inflatable penis costume during a protest last month. The footage, provided to AL.com by Renee Gamble's legal team, captures Colonel Andrew Babb telling Gamble her costume would not be tolerated in a town that has values. Okay, what about a country that has laws? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, Babb says in the video. If my kids came by here to see this, how would I explain this?
How would you explain to your kids beating up an old lady?
Yeah, that. I know what a penis is. I know what a dingling is. Why are you beating up the old? I know what a costume is.
Yeah. Now we have to explain. Now I got to explain state-sponsored violence to my child.
That ain't right. Babs replied, how would you explain to my children what you were supposed to be? This is a family town. I'm not going to have someone out here dressed like this. It's abusive. He later adds, I would hate for her grandkids to see her like this.
It's so funny because it's like, it's so obviously a violation of free speech, right? It's not even like, because like you'll see the NYPD, being like, oh, there's traffic over here. You're creating like, you're not supposed to be on that side, or you're supposed to be on the sidewalk. You can't be on the street, or there's a curfew. Like that's what they'll use. But this guy in this whatever family town in Alabama is so he's literally just saying, I don't like this. Yeah. And so you can't do it. That's not an argument.
Yeah.
It's not even an attempt at an argument.
He's like, my feelings are hurt. It's so crazy what disgust officers. These niggas look at dead bodies 24/7. And now he's like,
yeah.
I can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
It's a goofy ass story.
I may not agree with what you say, but I'll defend to the death my right to beat the shit out of you for you saying it, because I really don't like it. I really don't like it. Let me tell you.
He's like, it's a black penis. I'm gonna need a bigger cuffs. We're gonna have to get the big cuffs out.
It's just such a known thing in America. Like that the KKK is allowed to protest. Like we know that. We know that's the cost of freedom of speech.
And they literally are dressed like penises. I don't even.
If they're allowed to march in their kind of look, according to Ashton, penis-looking uniformed.
It's phallic-like.
An old lady in a penis costume should also,
Yeah.
And it's just like Ashton, you were talking about conservatives and their fake crusade for freedom of speech, but we've been seeing for decades and now magnified over the last 2 years, the real revoking of freedom of speech when it comes to protesting about Palestine, when it comes to anyone speaking up about Palestine or Palestinians themselves, whether they're protesting, whether they are academics, whether they are working in the private sphere and they just post or say something publicly and then get fired for it. And we see liberals largely silent on it. But the moment a fucking white lady in a dick costume gets arrested, now the libs awake on their freedom of speech. So I see this freedom of speech horse shit, everywhere on both sides. Yeah.
We got a chode. We got an angry chode. We got a fucking. I wish he did resist arrest. That'd have been a funny fucking.
Yeah.
Just fucking swinging, trying to. I've been hit with a dick.
Yeah. No one take a picture of me handling this violent woman. I know the picture might be a little. Some people might laugh at that, and that'll be wrong.
Arrest me, daddy. Have you seen the Arrest Me, Daddy meme?
Of course, I'm on TikTok, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But that's the show, gang. That's the fucking show.
That is the show. Shout out old lady.
See a gangster, you know what I mean? You come pulling up 61 years old. I mean, she ain't no gangster, but you know, that's what old women do. They protest. I love old liberal women.
Do they?
I mean, they okay, let me say this. Old liberal women love to be at a protest. Like 60, if they ain't 60 and they old and white, look like they could be a librarian, they will be at a protest. And, they always look at me, they're like, where are all the other black people? And I'm like, that's racist. I don't represent all the other black people. Get the fuck out of my face.
We let y'all march back when I was your age.
Like, you guys just stop? You guys just stop marching? Literally, I'm like, lady, get the fuck out of my face. Thank you for being here. But that's the podcast, y'all.
That's the show. Thanks for listening. See y'all next week.
Bye.